Hey, it's Loren Lahav. I am so glad you are here. This podcast is about keeping it real, helping you own your worth, find your voice, and step into your truly badass and beautiful life that you deserve. Every week, I'm bringing you stories, tools, and conversations that inspire, connect, and engage. We're going to laugh, we're going to get real, and we're going to dive into what it really takes for you to live a life that you're proud of, whether it's on stage, in the boardroom, or right at home. So grab your favorite beverage, turn up the volume, and let's dive in because it's your time to own it, live it, and love it. Welcome back. This is Loren Lahav, and I'm with my dear friend Ayeshia, and I'm not even going to try to say her last name. It's the reason why I did not take the job in 1987 at CNN because I could not pronounce the name of certain prime ministers and presidents of countries. So anyway, I'm not even going to try now.
That's
but
right.
it is such an honor to be here with you. You are pure light. I mean, you really are. I remember when I met you and you shared with me about your passion. And I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta have you meet my mom. I need you in my life. I need my mom in your life. So share with us a little bit of your story, where you know what inspires you too.
Yes. Thank you, Lauren, for having me. This is amazing. Like, I'm overjoyed. Thank you. So, I'll pronounce my last name for you.
Okay, let's go.
It's
And I'm going to try.
Quainoo, 2 syllables. Quainoo.
Quainoo.
You
I got it.
Yes.
Welcome back with Ayeshia Quainoo.
Yes. So, I am in healthcare. And my passion, my unconditional passion is caring for people. I love people. I want to see people do well in health, in life. And that is where the Lord led me to go into nursing. So my first degree is in nursing. And then through that, I built a business in home health.
So you help. I know that your passion is not just help. You love working with the elders as well,
Yes.
the elderly community.
elderly.
What lights you up about working with the elders?
Oh my God, the history, the lives that they've lived, the wisdom. I love that, connecting with them. And, you know, they get into the season where mostly they feel like they've been forgotten. But when you spend the time with them and then you have them relive what contribution they've contributed to the world, and, you know, glean from the wisdom, that lights me up.
So how long have you been working with the elderly community, the elder community? I don't like saying elderly. We need a new name for it.
We have to have a new name for it, right?
The wise souls, the wisdom,
yes,
right?
yes.
The wisdom keepers.
The wisdom keepers. I love that.
There you go.
Oh.
You need that.
Yes.
Wisdom keepers. So share with me how long have you been working with our wisdom keepers?
So I've been working in the healthcare since 2007, but I've had the privilege to work closely with the elderly since 2017. That is when I established the home health.
And what inspired you to work with our wisdom
keepers?
There you go.
Yes. So what inspired me is that I realized that in the home health arena, they weren't being taken very good care of. And as a nurse, by my care by nature deeply, I just felt the need that it's time for me to leave the hospital and go into the community and build something that truly appreciates them and make them feel valuable and receive quality care. So
I love that. Hang on a second. I've got to pause this. Go back. Hopefully you can edit that. I'm sure he can.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember your first client that you took on in the community?
yes. So actually when I started, right, when you're building a business, nobody tells you how hard it's going to be with a start. I started taking on pro bono, people who don't have insurance, and I'll go into the homes and help them to recover, so post-acutely recover. And my first client was a client that was in the hospital that nobody really wanted to take because she was a difficult client, and I have the grace to handle difficult clients. So I took her home, and I helped her establish all that she needs. And within 2 years or so, she was back on her feet doing what she loves to do, driving and all that stuff. So,
It's interesting. You said, that a lot of people, they didn't want to take her on because she was difficult. I think a lot of people worry about that for their parents, like, oh gosh, my mother, my father's going to get kicked out because they're difficult. What would you say to people about that, and how can they best serve
difficult
those people? Yeah, those difficult.
Just pausing and learning them. It's that simple. Letting them know that they are still in control. They are not losing control. You are just there to support them. So decisions, you give it to them. Make the decision. Give them the information to make the right choices. And then when they need the advice, you give your recommendations, but let them know that they are still in control so that they can maintain their dignity.
Yeah. Yeah, because so much is like, I remember when my father, when he had to stop driving, right? And especially for a man, I think that's a big one. What have you noticed when some of those transitions happen, and what kind of advice would you give to people as well? So if someone has to stop driving because of a condition, what do you do in that situation?
So in situations like that, what I usually do is I sit down with them, listen to their life story, finding the why they are holding on to that particular tax or whatever is important, and then presenting to them that, okay, these are the options that we can do. What do you think, right? Maybe not driving in the main streets, just driving around the neighborhood, right?
That.
And then having the assistant be in the car to assist them. So you create a different opportunity for them so that they can still feel they're in control.
I love that. That is great advice. So what's a story that you've learned from one of these wonderful, wise wisdom keepers? What's a story that really touched you in a way that you'll never be the same again? Do you have a story about someone, maybe when you were sitting there on the couch with them, or picking them up from somewhere, or maybe from one of your team? I mean, I know you have a wonderful team that I've had the opportunity to meet, and very handsome men that work for you. I think you do that. My mother would love that. She'd like say, send me 2 or 3 of those men to come hang out with me and go shopping with me. If you're listening, Mom. Is there a story that just lights you up, of something that you've heard?
Yeah, there are many stories, but one of the stories why I really got into this is that as I was a teenager, I got the opportunity to take care of my own grandmother. And when I went into the hospitals, I saw how they were neglected. So I'll go there, sit by her, and talk to her. And I remember the last day that I went there, that time I didn't know the signs of dying and stuff like that. But she wouldn't look me in the eyes. And when I came back home and the next day I heard, I said, okay, this caring thing I need to take, because I really want to make sure that they are doing so well, that they feel loved, they feel valued, they are not an afterthought. And that's where my passion is. Nobody is an afterthought. Everybody is valuable, every moment. And I get the privilege to sit there and talk to them, right? It's amazing that you just brought Wisdom Keepers, because on my way I was thinking, I'm like, can we create something that we highlight one of our clients every month so they can share their wisdom?
See, we were in tune.
Yes, and you come up with
there
Wisdom
you go.
Keepers.
That's it. Wisdom Keepers launching with Ayeshia.
Yes. Yeah. So,
but like you said, your language that you just shared is very important, because you said, I get the privilege to sit with them. A lot of times people go, oh my gosh, I have to go see my grandparent or this and that, and it's a burden. When you say that it's a privilege, why? Why do you say that?
it is a privilege because they've lived a lifetime that you haven't lived. They have seen things that you haven't seen, heard things that you haven't heard. They've been through challenges that you haven't been. So when you get the privilege to sit with them and glean from them, listen to them.
Wow.
And they love to share those stories. They love to be seen. One of them that we have, and we've made her the grandmother of TUC, which is the Ultimate Care, my company. And she is overjoyed. She's overjoyed at the fact that we crowned her grandmother of TUC.
Oh, I love that.
See,
My mom is going to be fighting for the crown, just so you know. She's going to be when she meets you.
yeah.
When I come there in August, you're coming to her birthday.
Yeah.
But yes. So she's, yeah.
Yeah. So giving them the opportunity to relive their life through us, to listen to us and pass it on to the younger generation, I think is lost and is very important and is a privilege. Never see it as a burden because you don't know how long you have them.
Yeah.
So every moment counts.
Yeah. It's interesting. Somebody asked my brother, why do you call your mom every day? This was when she was living with her. Now she lives down the street. And he said, because I can.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Because you don't call people like, oh, I'll call them tomorrow until you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Exactly.
And I think that, like you said, we take a lot for granted about that time that we feel that we have here. I had an amazing woman speak at the first Own Your Worth event, and her name was Lucy. And Lucy was, I remember I was at a dinner, and she sat beside me. She's like, you want to know my story? And I'm like, okay, sure. And it turned out she survived the Holocaust. And she was at Auschwitz, and she was literally walking into the gas chambers. Her mother and her sister, and somebody pulled her out of line and said, get out of here. And she saw her mother and her sister walk into the gas chambers. And she bumped into this man. And he said, how old are you? And she goes, I'm 14. He goes, no, from this day forward, you're 16. And that kept her alive to work in Auschwitz. And I asked her, I said, what did her tattoo mean to her? And she said, that there saved my life because that meant I was never going in there, meaning the gas chambers. And when we asked her, I said, what's one thing that you want people to know? She says, always tell your parents how much you love them because you never know when that day is going to be that they're not going to be around. What would be your advice to people about just about life, about really just loving life?
Yeah. So I operate from a place of love. No matter what's going on, who has done whatever, I always see that there was something that caused them to do what they have to do. And I always, in the process, I forgive in the process.
That is a mic drop right there. Say that again, please.
Forgiving in the process.
So
don't wait till they come to you and ask you for forgiveness or no, whatever is going on, you got to pray it out. Say, Lord, I forgive this person while this person is doing this. And you are releasing the pain. So at the end of it, you don't feel no pain, no bitterness, and you feel love towards them. And most of my staff say, I don't know how you do it. You hear all these things and you still love on them. I said, because my place of operation is from love. So I will advise and recommend to anyone, always operate from a place of love. Because out of a place of love, you create understanding of people. You realize that you and I are not the same. I must understand you from your point, and you understand me from my point.
Right.
And you will have a beautiful life and see the sunlight and everything, even when darkness is all surrounding you, will see the light.
Wow. So when you're in it,
Yes.
okay, somebody pisses you off.
You forget.
So tell me what happens. I go and I'm like, you just piss me off. And you say to yourself, you smile, a beautiful smile. You really freak them out. And they're like, why the heck is she smiling? I just pissed her off. So when somebody pisses you off and you smile, what's the winning formula, if you would?
Yes. So what I do mostly is I pause and I take a deep breath. Then I see them through Christ's eyes. I see them that how should I respond to this person? Because yes, I'm human. You get hurt. I'm a very conscious person. So I won't do to you what I don't want you to do to me. So I pause and then I look at them and then I smile and said, okay, I know that you are in this. Maybe you didn't understand the word or what action you just did, but I forgive you anyway. I love you.
And do you actually say that to
I
them?
do, yeah.
And then they go, no, you don't understand.
Yeah, well, they think until later they come like, I just don't get you. I said, because I have to work hard to get to that place of choosing love over everything. It wasn't easy because I was a very naive person that I believe and trust whatever. If you tell me, oh, this is coming, yes. Until I went through very hard personal experience with people and I realized that it was a test for me to put action to what I say. I love people.
Wow.
And that is when I realized that, wow, you have to go. If you say you want patience, you are going to have trying patient times. And how you respond to it is what makes you know that I have gotten to that level of patience or the level of love. So when you say you love someone and you go out and you do everything for them and then they stab you in the back, you're not going, if you truly love them, you should see beyond that and let it go.
I love that. You know, one of my favorite things when I used to hear Wayne Dyer, one of my favorites, favorites. And I remember he would say, when you squeeze an orange, what comes out of an orange?
Orange juice.
Orange juice. There's not tomato juice that comes out of an orange or lemonade that comes out of an orange. And he would always say, when people squeeze you, what comes out of you?
Exactly. That's who you truly are. That's who you truly are.
And so no matter what, when people squeeze you,
love comes out.
Amen. Well, you definitely are the love juice over here. Squeeze her because love's going to come out of her no matter what. I love that. It was a beautiful process that you gave them. So I'm asking you one final question because this has been fabulous. I love this because I'm speaking with Ayeshia Love. Wait, can we rename it? Ayeshia. Welcome to Ayeshia Love. All right. So what is one thing that you do no matter what? I feel like I know the answer again to this one. I think I'm on a roll here with this one. But what is one thing that you do every day no matter what to stay true to yourself?
Connecting to God. That's my power source.
Connecting to God. I'm on a roll. I knew it was going to be that one. The other. So, but tell me what that means to you when you say you connect to God.
So my morning routine is, I usually wake up early in the morning. Before 8, I don't talk to anyone. I just sit and read the Word of God because that's where my wisdom comes from. You know, it's just, I give the example as cell phones, right? If you don't charge them, they die. So for me to charge myself, I have to connect to God. And connecting to God is through reading His Word and praying and meditating on the Word that I've read.
Dude, that is so good. Did you hear that? You charge your cell phone, so you could make sure you have a battery. Mm-hmm. But if you don't charge your connection to whatever source power that you believe in, wow. And I love that nothing until 8 o'clock because you've got to connect.
Yes.
You got to plug in.
Yes, you got to plug in. If you don't plug in all the day, like you have to plug in. After that, as you do, I also, do declarations. I'm in alignment with the will of God, with His purpose, His plan today. Wherever I need to be, I'll be. Where I don't need to be, I won't. Who I need to be connected with, I'll be connected with. Whom I don't need to connect with, I will not connect. And I will say that, and here I said, and just say, God, you're in absolute control.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. That's so good. I just love your affirmations. Then they are, and you can feel that they're not things that you say. They are how you live.
Yes.
They're not just a bunch of words that you write down. You are that, and how, like you and a couple other people that I've had on recently, many of them say that it just flows through them.
Yeah.
And when you're in flow, when you're really in flow, how do you feel? And how do you know what happens in your business when you're really in flow?
Oh, When I'm really in flow, I get all these ideas and connecting. See, I've been graced to be able to connect things. I can take something and then from the sermon, I can combine it and let you see how God's word is manifesting in this. And so when I'm in flow, I'm very creative in connecting. I don't know how to draw, but
Okay.
creative in connecting and just bringing, seeing the opportunity God has given me to lead people and to serve them. Mm-hmm. It's not about me. And my team will tell you, I always tell them, I say, it's not about me.
But it's obvious on your team. I got to tell you, it's very obvious on your team that you were there to serve.
Yeah.
You know, you don't position yourself as I'm the one that you all. Everybody definitely feels that they are part of it, and part of the mission.
Yes.
I mean, you definitely are doing God's work.
Thank you.
For sure.
Yes. It's God's mission. We just vessels to be used.
Oh, yeah.
So
Absolutely.
leading in humility and gentleness.
Well, you're amazing. I know you enjoyed this episode because I sure did. And I'm going to write down all those things, the questions that she asks. And beautiful. Thank you so much. How can people find out more about you?
Thank you. So Ultimate Care is the main organization. And Nadia Tefera, my Instagram. And Ayeshia, Nadia Tefera is my Facebook. But you can always go to www.ultimatecarellc.org.
Well, it's amazing. Thank you so much. And I know you loved this episode. Make sure just to drop a message in here of what you enjoyed the most. You can find out all about this amazing woman below. We'll put her links in below. Stay true. And that's a wrap on another episode of the Loren Lahav podcast. I hope you're walking away feeling totally inspired, energized, and ready to take on whatever comes your way. If you enjoyed our conversation today, wait till you hear what's coming up next. Speaking of which, mark your calendars because something incredible is happening March the 7th through the 9th. The Own It experience is coming. And trust me, you don't want to miss out on this transformational event. We're talking breakthrough moments, powerful connections, and tools that you can truly own your journey. Can't wait until then. Here's how you can stay connected. Make sure you subscribe to wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. Just search for the Loren Lahav podcast and don't forget to tap that follow button. For all the behind-the-scenes goodness and daily inspiration, follow me on Instagram at I am Loren Lahav. And if you're loving what you're hearing, spread the love. Share this episode with a friend who needs to hear this message. Until then, remember your story matters, your voice matters, and you got this. See you on the next episode.